extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And to no one's surprise here, Denver carry through the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Quickly to the air is Wilson.
Oh, get that.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try to run it more? Or do you go to your quarterback? Make sure you see your guys open before you deliver.
And they'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Wilson.
I got a fumble there.
Patrick over the middle. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD. Only needed the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with a safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. From the 41, Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way home for a Broncos score. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Chandler. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As far as 3rd down plays go, that's not going to be one where you say, hey, let's run that one back.
No, I think right now the play caller, he's either circling that one or highlighting it or whatever to know not to call that one again. It's going to be a heck of a postmortem with the head coach to try and defend that one.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. These two teams all tied after one. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now Wilson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
Here's Chandler again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll try and run for it. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bronco defense comes up big. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
Room here to run.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Again, it's Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run good for 2, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Down to the 41.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ty Chandler with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cards have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Yo!
Takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
What up, man?
3 yards that time.
I just gotta get 3 touchdowns. They ain't gotta be rushing, do they? They say rushing? Okay. I gotta turn up on this nigga, man. I got him one. I got a passing touchdown there.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their
Damn.
timeouts.
I gotta turn up, dude.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Oh shit, it's all good. Fuck it, let's get it. Hell, I had him down there a while ago. I should have fucking scored.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes.
There you go. That was shit back.
So that challenge is successful.
See in here?
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Oh, okay. I thought I seen it.
Here's Wilson.
Ooh.
Will fall incomplete.
I'm in the pockets,
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds.
He going for it?
This first half.
Oh, I thought he taking
Sometimes
for
the
it
game
there.
is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Patterson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would say, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Oh, hey, why Kendrick leave?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this
Okay.
situation if they decide to take a shot.
You in ground war?
Running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they see them catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first
They
half.
simulated.
Connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting in the ball in a passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches the ball, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Throwing now is Murray.
Yeah, I'm already knowing. Ah.
And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock.
I ain't gonna get this whole game. Fuck! I'm bullshit. I'm trying too fucking hard. Just play. Just play football.
He'll send this one into the mile high air. It's a good one. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando.
Yeah, I should be blowing shit out of the market right now. I'm bullshit.
And we welcome you back live.
Who is it?
Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock.
I know it's the BC just blocked his kick or some shit.
Getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. That's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
77 yards rushing for him here as he starts to
Let's go.
now on 1,200 yards for the season. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it. 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
On second down, Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite
coaches
in the NFL.
Man.
And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And that nearly...
Hey, you gotta react earlier to that, baby. I need you to react a little earlier to that.
That's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down.
The goal is certainly to
I gotta get this 150 rushing yards.
But you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their
What quarter you say it was?
at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Oh, shit.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22.
Dude, this
after
nigga
a
got
gain
4
of 2,
fucking rushing
brings up
yards.
second down.
Fuck!
Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half.
Nigga got 4 rushing yards in the third quarter. Damn,
I
man.
don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep
Come on,
and I
man.
eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Can't get that nigga to break, bro.
Only a couple here to the 24.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to
I
stick
just
with
gotta
it.
play my game. Just get down there. I just gotta get down there and just try to get this
Doesn't
stuff.
mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe
Yeah, I
change up
know.
some
That's what I'm
blocking
saying. I'm just
assignments
got to.
or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Fuck!
But it's intercepted. Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to take
Play, just play, bro.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me?
Trying to get this fucking development, man.
You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. He's got room at the 30, and he'll go down the line before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll give to Williams, running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage.
Then I gotta get 3 touchdowns. That's the crazy part.
No gain on the play there, second down. Maybe I'm going to look like even if he had opted to keep that.
Trying too hard to get this fucking development, man.
Defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Never fails. Just let the game come to you.
Now it's Wilson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he gets
I don't want it. What the fuck am I doing?
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really.
I don't know what I'm doing, fam. I don't.
From his outside linebacker spot.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment. And
This game shouldn't be close.
Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
I shouldn't even just look at the fucking shit. Should just play football.
Now Murray.
Look, I'm out here just throwing shit, bro.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
This is a horrible ass game is what I'm playing.
But sometimes you go ahead and try.
Like, what the fuck?
Try to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
All over fucking development. Like, damn. Trying to get a fucking development.
Escaping the pressure right. And that nearly the
Fucking bitch.
He couldn't pull it in there, and it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to go it off.
Throw the development up, though. It's gone. You ain't getting it. Just play football now.
Exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. It'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
I'm pissed about this fucking development, man.
They give it to Williams running right. And he'll
This shouldn't even be a fucking game. That's what happened. Every time I get a fucking development, I get out my fucking game.
It's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive.
Instead of playing football, I'm trying to fucking do shit I don't do. Let this shit come to you, man.
5 now from the 37. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
I got 7 minutes to get 3 touchdowns. I run it back. I'm telling you, he's going for it. I hope he is. I pray he is. Damn, he punts. Oh.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here's more on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
I also hope that rushing, that passing one count. Fuck, I hope it count. I mean, I just gotta get 2 more.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray.
I threw a fucking pick.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the defense has a touchdown. Defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
And then y'all do some dumbass shit like that. What the fuck is y'all doing?
But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. Nathaniel Hackett apparently disagrees with the ruling on the field, and he's going to challenge this one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. Drops this underneath for Chandler. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here's Chandler on second down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. Well, they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Chandler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Back to throw, Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Porter. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 10 more there and another first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
To throw is Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, third and long. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They give that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 133 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Throwing is Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, a guy who's been doing it for a while, and that's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for the Broncos, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.
My time, here I go. I in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Yo. That nigga beat me, boy.
Shit, nigga beat me, man. Okay, I get out of my game. Man, niggas that wasn't blocking. I don't know what it is. But the whole game was bullshit. I get to the one. I've been in the red zone 2-3 times. Don't even score. Not one time. Kyler Murray throwing that nigga the ball. Yeah, that's some fucking bullshit. I can't be mad. I should just want to beat the shit out the nigga. Beat the shit out the nigga. You ain't got to worry about it. What? No. What y'all on? Y'all finna go to the wreck or y'all finna do this?